Hi friends, the topic which we are going to discuss in this video is introduction about machine learning. First of all, we want to know what is machine learning. As we all already know, machine learning is the recent technology which is ruling the entire world in the recent years. First of all, who taught this machine learning is the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the technology which causes the need for this machine learning. What is this artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is providing intelligence to the machine so as to make it act like the humans. As we all know, robot and the working of this robot, it is based on this artificial intelligence concept. Consider a robot which is capable of walking. It walks, and when it senses an obstacle, immediately it stops there and changes its path. We would be often wondering how this happens, and this action is due to the data or the intelligence that is already fed into the robot. The robot itself has the sensor which is which senses the obstacle which is present in front of it, and based on that it changes its path. This is an example for artificial intelligence where the robot acts according to the input data that is fed into it. Think of what happens when the robot takes its own decision based on the previous studies. This is called machine learning. So machine learning is the branch of artificial intelligence that enables the computer to self-learn from the training data and improve over time without being explicitly programmed. So it is a branch of artificial intelligence, and it enables the particular machine to learn itself with the training data, the input data which is provided to it. Based on this input data, it improves its performance without any change by the programmer. Instead, it changes itself, it changes the algorithm or the program by its own. This method is called the machine learning. So this machine learning algorithms are able to detect the patterns in the data and learn from them in order to make their own predictions. So this is the important thing that this machine learning algorithm will do. So this algorithm, it is able to detect the patterns in the data, so that these data is being fed as the data set which is kept already put as an input into this particular machine learning algorithm. Based on that data set, it identifies the or detects the pattern, and based on this it make its own predictions. So this is the major thing that the machine learning does. So it is an automated process which enables the machine to solve problems with little or even no human input, and based on and it takes the action based on the past observations which is provided at the data set as the input. So what is the advantage of using such type of machine learning? It enables the machine to automatically learn from the data, improve its performance from the experiences, and predicts the thing without being explicitly programmed. So that is the major thing comes here, without being explicitly programmed. Here you may wonder how this uh, data, or how this performance, or how this learning occurs. So the accuracy of this algorithm or the predicted output, it completely depends upon how much amount of data which is fed at the as the input. So based on the amount of data fetched or put as an input there, it analyzes the data, creates the pattern and identifies. So as the data size of the data or the amount of the data increases, it is able to make the prediction more accurately. Then what we are going to discuss is how this is actually occurring. So this is the important thing we need to look into it. So here first what happens is the data from the past experience can be fed as the input to this machine learning algorithm. So this is the first step that is happening here. So the data, so this data set is already available, or even we can create the data set for what kind of problem we are going to solve. So based on this data set, you are going to predict the data and provide the output. So the first step in this machine learning process is obtaining the data from the past experiences. So then the next step what you do is you train the algorithm. So based on the input which is obtained from the past, the machine learning algorithm learn from the data and creates the logical model based on the input. So this is the next thing that is happening. So this machine learning algorithm learn from the data that is fed as the input from the past, and it creates the uh, logical model based on that input. So now if suppose a new data is arriving, when some new data arrives, so it what it does is the logical model analyzes it based on the already existing data and categories it and generates the appropriate output. So the basic thing it is going to do is it categorizes and identify which under which category this is going to fix, so that you could analyze it and you could get the appropriate output. So this is how this machine learning algorithm works. So let us get in deep with this with an example so that it will be more clear. In earlier days, the maternity death rate is very high. The medical field, they analyze the reasons for this maternity death. There may be lots of reasons, maybe due to the health condition of the mother, or due to the difficulty that faced by the fetus. Something, maybe there are a number of reasons because of which this maternity death rate goes high. So they analyzed all the patient's detail, and the data set which is created based on this is fed into the machine learning algorithm. So what this machine learning algorithm does is it analyzes the data set and it categorizes based on which this death rate occurs. So based on the input, it identifies the various reasons and the symptoms which causes this maternity death. So what you can arrive at now is the machine learning algorithm creates the logical model which contains the symptoms, various symptoms because of which this maternity death is occurring. Similarly, the various reasons because of which this maternity death occurs. So when now a new patient arrives with some symptoms, okay, the symptoms when updated in the logical model. What this machine learning model going to do is it analyzes, and based on the already existing data, it suggests the success rate of the normal delivery. So if the symptoms seems to be severe, okay, if the success rate of the normal delivery is very less for such a patients who have already gone through this problem, okay, if suppose the symptom seems to be severe, then it clearly categorizes the risk factor so that the patient can be treated in such a way. So this is how this machine learning works wonderfully for the world. So what are all the features that are already that the machine learning possesses? So the first feature which it has is it uses the data to detect various patterns in the given data set. So as we have already seen, it gets the data set as an input. It uses that and identifies or categorizes the entire data set into various patterns. And the second thing is it can learn from the past data and improve itself automatically. So day by day, when you are feeding more and more data, it analyzes the data and it improves its performance automatically. So this is the major advantage or the best feature that the machine learning algorithm or the machine learning program has. So from this, it is very clear that it is a data-driven technology. So it is completely going to execute based on the data. So it is much similar to that of a data mining, because in data mining also you are going to analyze the huge amount of data which is already present. So this is much similar to the data mining, and it also deals with the huge amount of data. So these are the things I want to explain in this particular session or in this particular video. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.